I'm all out of Rotten Tomatoes to flings. Let's talk about Rotten Tomatoes and Captain Marvel. God, I hate this movie.
Motherfucker, read the goddamn title. You know what we're talking about first.
Are we talking about that first? I don't know if we should, man.
Do you think we should save that bit for after some comic talk? I'm gonna leave it up to you, Jimmy.
I'll be honest. I'm really bad.
God damn it, Jimmy!
I didn't look. I don't know. I just gave
read the goddamn motherfucking title.
All right. Let me open up the title. Let me open it up.
You know what? We're gonna wait.
You know what? Okay. All right.
Take a look, Jimmy.
All right. I'll be shamed here. Let me just open up the window.
You open up that window. Take a fucking look.
All right. Something about Andy Warski and nude scandals. What the hell?
Andy Warski nude scandal. Resident black man. Would you like to clue everyone in?
Oh man. For the 4 people in the world that don't know what happened, and the small information I have is, some woman, knowing Andy Warski's life, decided, even after the knowledge of Andy Warski's life, say, hey, let me send nudes to him because that's going to end well. And
you seem like a good person to send nudes to. A well-balanced guy.
And so the Iranian hackers got to his account again and released nude pictures of
they
her.
keep doing that. Why do these Iranian hackers hate Andy Warski so much? Why has he become a target? Is he Jewish? Is it like some anti-Jew conspiracy? Or maybe they're Jewish and it's like a pro-Jew. I'm not sure how conspiracies work anymore.
Well, after they hacked him, they released her nudes, and the police are involved. So now there's this huge investigation into whether
the police are involved with Andy Warski. That sounds. Didn't that happen like recently?
Yeah,
like 2-3 weeks ago.
I think it was something
maybe a month.
Something involving a gun.
A standing ground of some sort.
You get to a point to where every, I'd say, week and a half, Andy does something to where, well, he nearly goes to jail. That's his thing now.
I mean, to be fair, if you can continuously not go to jail, might be a good gimmick, but I'm not sure how well his luck's gonna play out there.
Oh, it's not.
From what I understand, the whole revenge porn thing, the laws are pretty strict there.
And to be honest, is he still in America, or did he come back to Canada?
I have no idea.
I'm surprised he hasn't been deported by now. Like, get the fuck out of our country.
I don't know how after the whole aim thing they didn't just tell him go. I'm still lost on that one.
I'm surprised after that whole like Wizards of the Coast debacle about him going in there and shooting everyone up. I'm surprised he didn't get, arrested for that.
Wait, what?
Don't you remember? Okay, so the Quartering went on a stream with Andy Warski, and the Quartering was talking about how there was apparently this pedophile scandal going on with Magic the Gathering tournaments. The guys who are judging these tournaments are actually pedophiles. And it's been a thing that hasn't been addressed in a while, or at all.
I remember the Quartering addressing that.
Yeah, that was on a stream with Andy Warski and Mr. Maneker, and Andy had a bit of a rant. He was good and fired up, and then Maneker made a couple jokes about him going over there and blowing the place up. Well, then the internet took over from there, it just kind of became a thing. So it just got worse and worse and worse, and they kept like DMing Hasbro because Hasbro owns Magic the Gathering, and saying like they kept making like Andy Race Warski is gonna have a Holocaust or something at Wizards of the Coast. I don't know. It went on for a while. It's quite something. There's even a song about it.
Yeah, and see, that's back when Andy was relative to his current state, not relative to anybody else or any other definition. Relatively stable. Andy Warski now I mean, I don't like to say nice things about Andy, but Andy has been very good with keeping up with the trends, right? From the SJW shit to blood sports to kind of the online or the not online IRL shit. He's reached a point where there's really nothing for him to go to. Like the IRL shit is his peak. It's where he fails. He's getting himself arrested. He's at a point where he's desperate.
Well, he dove too deep. Like, remember that in Tropic Thunder where it said never go full retard?
Yeah, never go full Andy Warski is even better advice.
Yeah, like don't always okay, they made a whole bunch of money and I got a whole lot of people by walking the line. You don't have to go into race realism. You could just kind of play with it a little bit and walk away. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what everybody else figured out. That's how the whole skeptic community was able to get their money and everything else. They just
you make one goddamn video about it, touch on the topic lightly, and then you're done.
You don't dive head first into it. And then, because the inevitable is going to be what happened. They looked at him and went, okay, you've made a lot of money off of us. Are you with us or are you not? And that when Andy just did that whole, well, I don't know where I stand, all of them walked away from him. So he had to figure out how to get his money somewhere else. And he already made mad everybody that doesn't like the alt-righters. So he's now sitting on that core group that he keeps getting mad and doing stupid stuff to make them mad. He's pretty much blown himself up. If he might need to have to just, well, we say this all the time, but he might need to have to just walk away for a while.
Well, that's definitely what he should do. It's what he should have done a long time ago. He should have taken a break, maybe gotten some counseling, therapy, something. But as far as the way he handles these, his approach to topics, his approach to people and shit like that, the key characteristic of Andy Warski is that he burns bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his thing at this point. Andy will make friends, Andy will lose friends. Usually, he manages to recover and it works out pretty well for him. I don't think that's going to be the case this time. I think he's reached his peak, his zenith. He's done.
We keep saying that. But
no, we do keep saying that.
I don't think he'll ever crash and burn because I don't think he knows what crash and burn means. Like he'll already be on fire and still think, hey, I can fix it.
I'm doing all right. At least I'm one.
But like I said last time we talked about him, it's a combination of him trying to find a way to get back in where he was and his narcissistic. Well, okay, it's three things. It's the first, what I said. The second thing is I think he really does have a problem, a serious mental issue. And third, he's too narcissistic to it.
See, I don't know if he has a mental issue or if he's just a cokehead. I was pretty fucked up when I was hooked on coke. I mean, I wasn't pulling the level of some of the shit he's pulling, but it makes you act kind of like you might be retarded.
Yeah, you have a point.
I know he does coke. I know he's shown a lot of the signs of a coke addict. He might not be fucked up in the head naturally. He might be fucked up in the head.
I think in the case of Andy Warski, because I've noticed, have you noticed that out of all the people he ever hangs out with and streams with, they're all weirdos and people that are not quite all there themselves who have also had problems, like look at Tonga.
Motherfucker, are you telling me that Tonka failure and people like that might have had some issues in the past?
What I'm saying is like I think I don't know if he's purposely going out there. I think that certain people just attract certain other people of the same type.
Yes, fucking misery loves company, and so does retardation.
As
Yeah,
crazy,
so
as
I
crazy
think
as it sounds, I don't think it was when he got with Tonka and failure which really messed him up. I think it was when he got with JF.
No. Andy was the negative influence on Tonka and failure, hands down.
I think it was JF. I think once he got with JF and he started dealing with things he really doesn't understand, and he went from maybe becoming one of the next big streamers on, like, again, he had one of the biggest streams ever, to everybody started walking away because the streams became ridiculous and corny, like they always do. Even Jerry Springer, if they had to watch Jerry Springer, there was a heyday, and then there was, I don't have content, so I make stuff up now.
No, yeah, it was right at the start of Bloodsports. There were comparisons to Springer, and that was a lot of the argument. No, this is real. That's made up. And then later,
I think he was messed up long before then. I think he's been having these problems long before any of these other people came into the thing. I think Andy,
to be fair, he was like molested as a kid and shit.
That's exactly.
Come on, stop it.
Well,
I can't accept that.
Oh no, and I'm going the same route as you, Dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's the thing.
I haven't mentioned it a whole lot. I was molested when I was young. Now it sucks. Wasn't great. Hasn't fucked up my adult life a whole lot. I realized that other people might not deal with it the same. Andy seems to use it as like a shield.
Yes, thank you. That's my point. Like, it's one thing to sit back and go, okay, you have certain things that you need to work through them. And you take the time, you actually show that you're taking the time and the effort to work through it. It's another thing to just say it whenever something happens and it's questionable. Oh, I mean, I removed a condom halfway through sex and didn't tell her about it. I was molested as a kid. Oh, I told my bodyguard to pull a gun on people because I didn't want to fight. I was
molested as a kid. Exactly. That's like I cannot see any argument where me saying I was molested as a kid would be a good argument. Unless it was like, how do you have an opinion on being molested as a kid? That might be a proper argument.
Again, I can see it as something somebody's trying to get through. I can't see it as an excuse for doing stupid stuff all the time.
Well, the only thing
I agree with you for the most part. It's not an excuse for anything, but a little bit more than that. It's not. Even when you sit there and say, I'm not excusing myself, but this is my reasoning. No, it's not proper reasoning either. Your reasoning there is you made fucking mistakes. You did dumb shit because of who you are. And that's kind of an accurate summary of Andy Warski, actually. You did dumb shit because of who you are.
But I mean, at this point, can we keep calling it mistakes?
No, I think he's doing it all on purpose, but I think he's doing it also because I don't think he knows how. I don't think he knows how to be a functional human being. Look at him. Look at the choices that he makes. Is this a functional human being?
I would like to make the invitation that is common to anybody that becomes a topic here on the SnatchCast. Andy Warski, if you would like a link, you're invited. I know you're not going to show up because you were all gung-ho about doing a response to my diss track about you, and you were too much of a bitch to actually do so. But you are welcome here if you'd like. I promise, Semaj wouldn't even rape you.
But I mean, I gotta ask though: is this arrogance or is this ignorance? At maybe 2 years ago, we could say it was ignorance. Maybe we could sit back and be like, "Oh man, we didn't know he could do this, or we didn't know he was capable of this, or he didn't know what he was doing." But now it's arrogance. Now it is hundreds, or now not hundreds anymore, but dozens of people saying, "Andy, come on, man, chill. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting the people around you. You're gonna get."
I'll go one step further, be a little bit more genuine than these people, Andy. I don't give a fuck about you, but if you keep doing the coke the way you're doing it, you're gonna die, bro. You're gonna die with no friends, no fucking connections, nothing. Coke is fun. Coke is a lot of fun. Coke is like really fun. You can't do it all the time, man. I don't care if you OD. I'm just saying, don't do so much. Don't do it so often. You could be that little boy that your mama used to love. Hopefully not physically. I know you have a history with that shit.
This is gonna sound really, really mean to start out with, but there's a point to it. I think it's worse it can become worse if the coke doesn't kill him. Let's be honest. Andy is what, 33,
30.
30?
I think just about 30.
That means if we're averaging this out, if he lives to the length of an average human being, he still has at least 36 to 40 years to go. Which means right now,
Are
collapse.
we living that long now?
Yeah, 70 I think is the average. 76 is the average, I think.
Shit.
So
you can live a long time.
He's got 36 to 40 more years to deal with the fact that everyone knows who he is. We've all seen it. Everything is public. Any job is going to type in his name and they're going to find his stuff. They're going to find.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Once his YouTube career is done, so too are the rest of his careers.
So, I mean, if he dies, he might not have to deal with that. But for the next, say he has a kid, like let's take this to.
And realistically, if you're pulling the condom off halfway through, there might be a chance.
Yeah. Let's be honest with this. Let's say he has a kid, and now that kid is looking at him and going, "Hey, to keep me alive, it's going to cost a lot more than this $100 and something you're getting in super chats every time you stream. You're going to have to."
No, I'm sorry. Andy's making more than that.
Well, now
Andy's still managing good money.
I don't know about. Well, maybe.
He's managing more than 100 for sure. He's making a couple hundred a stream.
Okay, well, let's factor this out then. I mean, even if he's making, let's just say for the ballpark, 1,000 a stream.
No, okay. I don't know if it's that high, but
let's just say
I was thinking like 200-300. But yeah, let's go with 1,000 for.
And let's say he does 3 to 4 streams a week. Okay, he's covering his own healthcare. He's covering his own bills. He's covering everything that would have been picked up by somebody that he's working for is now picked up by him. Yeah. And he has a kid, which means now that kid's health insurance, that kid's food, that kid's life all depends on him. Even at the substantial amount of money he's making right now, if it is a substantial amount of money, it's not going to be enough.
I don't think you realize kids don't cost as much as people act like they cost. It definitely puts a fucking dent in the paycheck, but you know, I got a kid and I ain't poor, and I probably make less than Andy.
Let your kid get. Oh, you're in Canada. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm in Canada, but so's he might not be in Canada right now, but usually Andy's in Canada.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Healthcare is free.
Man.
Yep. Yep. You're right. I'm
You ever
factoring in American healthcare. I'm like, yeah, with healthcare.
Yeah, no, we don't gotta fucking worry about that. It's the one reason I won't move to the States. If I get sick, I ain't bankrupt. I like that. The bitching witch says, "Wait, when the fuck did Andy have a kid? It was a hypothetical."
I don't know.
No.
Wait, can you have kids if you're on coke? Doesn't it make you like
No,
worse?
yes, Jimmy, you can have kids when you're on coke. Look at any trailer park.
I tried to think about it that way. It's depressing.
Remember, it was crack that messed up the kids, not coke.
Man, crack is just pure coke.
What about meth?
You remember the crack epidemic with the crack babies and
Oh,
gosh, those were some interesting 2020 episodes.
but what about
happened to those kids?
what about meth? Can that be a bad thing?
Thank fuck somebody with a vagina showed up. How you doing, Leaf?
Hi, Marco. I've been good. How are you?
Yeah, I've been great. It's been fantastic. I've been sitting here with Jimmy and a black gentleman.
Hello.
Hello.
I had to warn her, she's Asian, and they tend to be racist.
Just a little.
How you doing, Leaf?
Been busy with work and such lately, so.
But we were talking about chase Jimmy away. We were talking about a certain somebody spreading some nudes from some chicks that had sent some nudes to him.
Maybe Warski, but he did claim he got hacked. But also, oh shit.
He'll be back. Don't worry.
No, like Hangouts as being fucky, I think just in general.
Yeah, it has been a little fucky tonight, but Jimmy won't disappoint. He'll find a way.
But anyways, no,
Maybe not.
he got hacked, although I did personally find it a bit strange that 20 minutes after the girl said she was getting the police involved, he suddenly got his account back and only his Twitter account and none of the other accounts that were hacked.
The timing does seem strange. Another thing that seems strange to me is that, from what I've heard, this ain't the first time.
Andy Warski live? No.
And also he does has admitted previously to using a VPN, so he does know what a VPN is.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and be very clear that I am using the word probably.
The same.
I think Andy probably just spread some goddamn revenge porn.
It's also I'm going to say it's a toss up. I think I'm going to lean more towards he didn't do it. Warski's really dumb. I could see him getting himself hacked more than once, but I'm not.
I don't know if he's that dumb. Like, he's a dumb person. I think he understands how the goddamn fucking internet works. I think he has been online as an internet personality for long enough that he knows not how not to get his shit hacked.
Well, my question is this. Say he did get hacked. If he got hacked, why would only one picture get released?
That's another thing that's being brought up a lot. It's again there's points being made on both ends. Us if he got hacked or if it's a gay op, like the fact that apparently I can't. Oh god, this is probably gonna get me in trouble, but I don't really care. Apparently, Ethan Ralph cheated on his wife with a prostitute, and Warski knew about it, and there were DMs.
I don't think Ethan Ralph would do that. He managed to land his wife. I don't think he's willing to risk that.
There he is.
I mean, a prostitute is a prostitute. You have to pay a shruckle.
Yeah, but if his wife catches him, he loses the only woman he's ever gonna get for free.
Okay. This is gonna. Okay. Ralph drinks. Ralph drinks a lot.
He does. He fought a cop over it once.
Ralph goes through periods where this is like you can't.
I think Ralph might just go through periods. Period.
But I mean, he gets drunk and then he makes really bad decisions, kind of like, well, not as bad as Andy, but I mean, I can believe he cheated. I can believe he got drunk, didn't really think about it, and made a mistake. I can believe it. I'm not saying he did. I don't know the man,
Let me
but
see.
No, I could see it, but I think
Oh,
the
I
guy,
know who you're fucking
if
playing.
if you
Oh,
take an honest look at Ralph, at his personality, at what he looks like, yeah, I think he's aware of the fact that he ain't getting better than what he had, right? Like I think he'd be the type to cling tightly to it, not risk
well, I
losing
mean,
it.
apparently there's DMs of them talking about it because apparently Warski knew and covered it up. So there are DMs. People are like, well, why wouldn't they get leaked? Like, why was it? Like, again, arguments being made on both sides. About
Andy, why ain't you leaked the goddamn fucking DMs? I want to look at this shit. I want to read through it. I want to see all you and your fucking boyfriend's dirty secrets.
well, I'm curious.
It was Andy he cheated on his woman with. I
Um,
just got it.
What arguments or what? Because I haven't seen any. What arguments are there to lean
there's
toward?
someone made a nifty little chart. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay, that's great, but you didn't need to cut him off. Go on.
I'm not saying give me a full list of them. I just haven't heard any of them that would have been like, hey, this happened to show some guy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was getting to, and I knew what he was going to say, Schmuckle. That's why I said brought up the chart to bring points on both sides on him being.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting you to be prepared.
Schmuckle.
You're joking. I'm sorry. I seriously thought you were being like sarcastic. Like, how should I know? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, she's got charts and graphs ready to go.
No, it was a bullet point list that was made to give arguments on both. And so points for him being hacked were the last tweet before the hack was a retweet of Ralph's article mocking Ian.
Okay, so now
One
it's
of the
needed
first-
a thing.
One of the first locations to access his accounts is from Malaysia, which is where Ian is from. But again,
Okay, but VPNs are a thing.
Yep. There were DMs sent to multiple women with a goal of humiliating Andy, much like Ian was humiliated by Andy when the girl sided with him and also sent him her nudes.
Yeah, that's not so much a point, just as, hey, I humiliated this guy, therefore he must be revenging.
I saw the DMs that were leaked when Warski claims he was hacked, and as much as I fucking don't like Warski, the way it was a copy paste message to like multiple women, like Brittany Pettibone, a bunch of other fucking women. Like it was off. It wasn't like the way Warski would talk. It was weird.
I think I saw that. Okay, so
That was
I did see that.
that was odd to me. Like that, I don't like Warski, but that isn't the way he types. Typically, like I don't know him well, but I know him well enough to be able to have a good grasp on his type style, and that was definitely not the way he talks. Anyway, the points for him faking his hacking was still in control of his YouTube and didn't say anything about being hacked until law enforcement was threatened. Suddenly gained his Twitter account back just 20 minutes after the girl threatened to go to the police. Information released by the hacker was minimal, with no shared DMs, emails, or Discord messages exposing potentially embarrassing conversations or images.
Schmeckle, you didn't let me know that we were supposed to have a detailed list of a lot of things we were talking
I actually cut out for like a minute and a half there, so I didn't hear like a lot of shit.
You got to let me know next time so I could be a bit more prepared. That was awesome that she actually did that, and I feel
she had like 5 minutes notice before she jumped in.
No,
I don't know how she had all this.
Tweeted a thing out, but I also noticed the same things. It was talked about. Like this has been a thing talked about before.
Well, 1 second. Shut your mouth, the cute Asian girl. Does somebody invite what's her name? Background chick. Sestra. Jimmy? Jimmy's muted.
Yeah.
Jimmy will figure it out. Do it.
But yeah, I haven't been able to watch anything, or I've been watching a little bit of Twitter, but other than that, I haven't seen. I'm pretty sure people were talking about it, but with my work schedule and everything. So yeah, I'll admit I'm ignorant to a lot of that. Thank you, though.
But yeah, like I mean, he did. Again, he does know what a VPN is, so he's smart enough to know what that is. But he doesn't seem smart enough to pull something like this off. Like, I mean,
Pull
if
something like what off? Say, hey, I was hacked. Look at these posts. They're from something that could have been pumped out by a VPN.
he did
Also, I
tell,
posted the hacker posted a picture of a girl who sent a picture to me.
he did tell Failure he was hacked like days before all this happened too. So
Okay, so
You
days
got-
before, but was he still posting all by himself in the
no,
interim?
no, he wasn't.
Oh,
He had no
okay.
access.
So maybe Andy was hacked.
That's what I'm like. Failures was like I mean, maybe Andy is pulling some weird like half-assed gay up, or maybe he was really hacked. Like I said, it's a pretty big fucking toss-up because I could see him doing something like this, but also I'm still going to lean more towards like I don't know because
Yeah, I don't like.
why would another
Uh,
point? Why would he leak nudes or whatever and then just block everybody from seeing them? Like that would
and
defeat.
see, that's the blocking thing seems kind of weird. I can completely see Andy Warski getting pissy and sending out nudes.
But
Yeah, he's-
Well, what gets me is, if he said he was hacked and then a couple days later shit started happening, there was silence in between. It's not proof that he was actually hacked. It could just be proof that he was smart enough to set up some type of scheme. But I don't think Andy Warski is smart enough to set up some type of scheme.
neither do I.
Maybe he was genuinely hacked. Like I don't fucking like the guy, but I also don't really care if he like wins the lottery or crashes and burns. Like I don't like him, but if he didn't do this thing, don't blame him for it.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, for me, it's a toss-up, but I will still lean more towards it wasn't. He wasn't the one who like pulled this fucking gay ass.
I'll wait until more shit comes out because, like I said, there is the chance that he that he faked it, but I
It's
don't think
definitely
Andy Warski is that smart. I can't see Andy Warski coming up with a plan like that. His plans seem to be more like set my nipple on fire.
There were someone in chat said that Warsi hasn't unblocked them, so they're getting suspicious of the hack story. Okay, a lot of people.
No. Apparently, from what I've heard, he started unblocking people.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that got blocked during that time. Like people who've never even interacted with him. It's like someone ran a block bot on his account. Or he ran a block bot on his own account or something because loads of people are blocked. So it meant to.
Well, 1 second. Gluck says to get attention again because he wanted relevance and people to be talking to him again. Also, how would the hacker know who that girl was and what her Twitter handle was when he's
She's not exactly like not like.
Well,
she's not
I think he might have details that I don't.
but
Jimmy
also,
ain't here. I'm gonna have to send these fucking links myself. I'm gonna send a Gluck Ancestral link. You guys entertain people while I
the
break.
girl isn't exactly some random that nobody knows. Like, he's a cosplayer. People do know who she is. It's not off, like it's not far off to know for a hacker to maybe know who she is, considering she cosplays and shit like that. Like she's not.
I'm sorry, you're thinking of cosplayers like they're celebrities.
But there
Mm.
are people who do know who cosplayers are. I know some cosplayers.
There is certainly the chance.
And if you see their face, you're gonna know who they are.
No, yeah, it's a smaller chance than you might think it is, right? Like
Not
the
really.
same like
Someone
fucking
who
Angelina Jolie or something, right?
It's really not though, Shekel, because if it's someone who, it's obviously someone, if he was hacked, it would have been someone who knows Warski, which means it would someone who would have been carefully following all this shit.
I don't know.
And the stuff with Ian, originally, she was the girl that came out against him. Like she isn't. She
If I wanted to get someone to hack Warski, and I'm not saying I do, I don't, but I could do that. Neither me nor them have any knowledge of whoever the fuck he's dealing with beyond the shit that gets massively publicized.
I mean,
There's I feel like if it was a targeted attack on Andy, it would not be based on who he's with.
but he's not.
Who he's- or
someone got kind of thrown more into
or who he's sharing nudes with. Like it would be more based on, hey, he's kind of a piece of
again.
shit. Right?
They're trying to. If he was hacked, it would be someone trying to make him look as bad as possible, which goes back to the DMs that were sent out to multiple women, which was essentially a copy paste message, spammed out to I don't even know how many girls. Like some who they're relatively well known, and it's well known that they're either married or engaged or in serious relationships. So it was to make Andy Warski look as bad as possible if he was hacked.
I mean,
Yeah, that does seem like maybe it was
it does seem like a hacker would do it just based on how sporadic
yeah.
it was. But I will still not leave him off the hook for the simple fact
Wait, 1 second. Psycho216 says, why are we drawing more attention to this poor girl's nudes being out in public? Psycho, scroll back to the part where we said who the fuck this girl is. Because Psycho, I don't know who this girl is. I could not tell you her name right now.
She literally doesn't she outright tweeted, if you saw those nudes and didn't want to see them, I'm sorry. If you did and you like them, I hope you enjoy them. So
okay, also apparently she's pretty open about it.
Yeah, she didn't exactly try to go into hiding. She knows her nudes are out there. She's publicly said, well, if you didn't want to see that, I'm sorry. But if you did and you like them.
Psycho216 says, okay, so no names have been dropped here. Leaf's real name is Maya. I really hope that's not your real name.
No, Shruckle, you know my real name. You've seen my ID.
Yeah, but that was like months ago.
Oh my god.
okay, so I guess
Look, I tried to send you a link, but I can't find you on Twitter, so fuck you. Go on, Wilsa.
I was saying, I guess then the next obvious question would be, at this point, why would anyone send nude pictures to Andy Warski?
I send him nudes every day just to boost his spirits.
Oh man, why? You can do much better than Andy Warski.
Let's say that the person actually likes Andy, and Andy likes the person, and they're.
I like the way Andy looks. He looks like if he shaved the facial hair off, grew his hair out, he'd be like a female with big eyebrows.
Like I'm not gonna judge the physical attraction or anything that a female might have towards them. That's their lives. That's how they do what they do.
Or a homosexual.
But at this point, knowing even partially how his life goes, the people he's around, the people that attack him, the people he attacks, why would you do anything that you feel like would come back to bite you in the ass around him?
I feel like she probably didn't think Warski would fucking, I don't know, send them to himself on Twitter.
I feel like Losar here just made a challenge. So, Andy Warski, if you would like to get in the ring, lube both of us up with oil. I'll lube you, you lube me. We will wrestle to the death.
That took a weird turn.
Naked. Of course. There's going to be like dick touching, but to the death. You good, Andy? Somebody please send him that clip. I don't want this little bitch bowing out like he did with his response that was definitely coming to my diss track.
It's just, I mean,
I'm just saying he's a little bit of a little bitch.
like you would think to the smallest inkling, knowing who he is, knowing who he's around, let me not send nudes that I don't want out to him. That through that channel.
He was so dumb. He could have left them in his text messages, right? He could just left the fucking nudes there, but his dumb ass went, I was like, I'm going to send them to myself on Twitter. Because that's what you do when someone texts you nudes. You send them to yourself on social media.
Actually, yeah, that's kind of what I do. Not social media, but I email them to myself.
That's a bit different than sending them to yourself on Twitter, though.
Are we past?
I don't know how different it is. I feel like that's a pretty minor distinction.
Do flash drives not exist?
Not really. A Twitter
No,
account.
flash drives ain't a thing no more, you old fuck.
What?
Put on a flash drive. Put on something that doesn't instantly get hacked the moment anyone looks at it funny.
Motherfucker, Leaf doesn't even understand this talk. It's a thing that used to plug into your computer and you can put shit on it.
I am aware of what those are, Shruggle. I am 24, not 12.
Or you know what?
Oh,
If you don't-
I always
hell,
forget your
you could do a. Nobody has the access.
The worst
to
thing
it.
is, I fucked a girl younger than you the other day, Leaf.
That is
It was uncomfortable for me as well.
I feel sorry for her.
Well, don't feel sorry for her. She had never fucked a grown-up before.
Ew.
Did you grow up with her?
No, see, you're not
No,
grown up. You're an old man. There's a difference.
I am fucking 26.
Yeah, you're an old man. Past 25, you're an old man.
She was only 21.
Exactly.
I say only 21. I meant the age. You know what I meant.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, felt weird for me as well. Afterwards, I was like, okay, maybe like 23 and up. She's younger than my kid sister.
So, for anybody tuning in, including me, what the fuck is going on? Because there's nothing in the
Andy
description.
Warski ripped a condom off in the middle of having sex with a chick.
That's old fucking
We're
news.
talking about a different thing because that was like months ago.
You
Okay.
fucking admitted that forever ago, so...
We are talking about the fact that recently he claimed
Andy Warski said that he
Wait,
never
Let Leaf
wait.
talk. Hold on.
Wait.
Shruggle. I'm going to talk, okay? Anyway, Warski claimed he was hacked.
Leaf 1 second.
Will
I
you
will
shut up
allow
and
you-
let me
I was gonna say yes. I will allow you to talk now. Go on.
You fucking dick. Shut up.
But anyways, well, during the time he was supposedly hacked, nudes of a girl got leaked. They were deleted within, I guess, I'll say 20-ish minutes of them being uploaded. Dvorsky also got his account back 20 minutes after she said she was.
I'm sorry, Leaf. I know I said to let you talk, but I would like to point out about 20 minutes, long enough for most of his fans to get off.
What bans? He has them like all blocked.
Oh, right. I heard that the blocking was also part of the supposed hacking.
Yes, there was people he's never even interacted with blocked. Like they're like, I've never said a word to Dvorsky and I'm blocked. So a block bot was probably
No, if you never said a word, like,
Mhm.
Uh,
And then the Papa.
Definitely. Actually, for anyone with that big a channel, if you have a shitload of people being blocked, probably not them clicking through.
Yeah. So there was that. So they were released. He says he was hacked, and he went through his login history to show that multiple locations. But again, VPNs are a thing, so it's a bit of a toss up on if he was hacked or not. But you know,
The whole thing with it being, oh, it's Malaysia, it was Ian Miles Chung.
that was
He
So-
also knows what a VPN is.
So-
Shreckle,
So-
in the video where he addressed this, and he literally brought up Malaysia when he was going through his login history, he glossed over it. He didn't freak out and immediately start blaming Ian. Like it was weird.
Oh no, I'm not saying again.
I know,
don't
I'm
know
not
what
saying
the
it
shit
was-
about this.
I'm not saying.
No,
To clarify,
I'm not saying he was like blaming Ian.
I know, but to clarify, I'm not blaming Ian either. But it's really weird knowing Warski's behavior and knowing how he is towards Ian. Do you really think that it would be normal for him to just kind of gloss over that? That was one weird thing I noticed too. He kind of just
No, but I think that would be weird for Andy, even if Andy was entirely innocent, right? Like
yeah.
I think the fact he glossed over that is weird regardless.
So here's something to consider as a completely outside voice. Is he going through another attention dry spell lately?
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, this could totally be manufactured by him.
But it also
Oh, wait. I just realized. Andy Warski doing the whole posting revenge porn, getting hacked and all that shit. Allegedly. I'm a one-up him cunts. You've seen Baracus truffle shuffles. One time, you even saw a Wrath truffle shuffle. Dialogue. Well, sir. Jimmy don't show his face. Well, sir.
Yeah, I hear you. I thought you were doing-
Yeah. Camera on, titties out, shake him about.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not turning the camera on. My wife is sleeping.
Oh, hey, is she pretty?
I'm not.
Prettier than you. Shut up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put that part of my life out for people to see.
There you go.
She didn't ask.
But yeah. Maybe don't show everyone your wife. But Jimmy, ain't nobody seen your titties shaking about yet.
And I ain't got no titties to shake.
Jimmy's
Hey!
still gone. He's been gone for like an hour. There we go. Jimmy, turn your camera on, put your mask on, and shake your tits about.
No.
He's the artist. He's the one guy that I can't argue with.
And I ain't got no titties to shake, and I ain't gonna let you try and
That's
convince
I
me.
can hear the ovary in your speech.
Shit. Honey, there's a difference between fat and boobs.
You know what? They both look the same to our audience.
No.
Most of these guys have not been late in years.
I got a man.
I don't think if I even try, it's gonna
Well,
help my
then
chance.
get him to whip his titties out. It don't make a difference to these cunts.
Anyways, since Leaf and everybody else other than you, Schmeckle, are braining here, let's get back to the Andy thing. I have no idea how or why he would go about it, but if he's going through a dry spell, I could absolutely see it being manufactured because he has manufactured drama before.
Oh, yeah, I definitely can see it, but again, for me, still a pretty big toss-up because he could definitely have been hacked.
True.
Andy
He has
Warski.
made a lot of enemies.
Yes,
Shut your
he has.
goddamn mouth. Send the link to this so Andy Warski can hear me. Andy, if you're having a drop in views, if you're having a dry spell that way, I'll take care of you, man. You know how? If you're having a dry spell, if you ain't getting fucked, I'll take care of you, man. I will pick you up and carry you.
With
Then
lube.
stick my dick in your ass. I don't care if
Without
you
lube.
cry or scream. You know why? Because I know that you're always on my team. You and me, we're bros. We'll do it like I'm being mean. Hey, I love you, baby. Can I put it in you? Jimmy, please animate what I just said. Draw exactly what I just described.
Remember the with and without lube though part.
Oh yeah, I need both versions. I'm gonna go hard and soft.
Just remember to take the condom off and not tell them. So
How the fuck else am I supposed to impregnate this bitch?
well, yeah.
I want to have a little kid that pops out of Andy's dick.
That sounds terrifying. What the fuck?
I just want to make sure that eventually it becomes thick.
Leaf. Leaf,
Wow.
it's the miracle of child. It's the miracle
Right
of child.
now, it's smooth, fucking speedy, and slick.
We've
Okay.
It's the type of penis that makes all the girls sick.
Okay. Alrighty.
By the way, Leaf, when you're done with him, spit.
Ew.
What?
Don't bring her in on this. She wouldn't touch him with a fucking 50-foot pole.
No.
She wouldn't touch him with his brother's with her brother's fucking 15-inch dick.
look.
Ew.
I would have thought that, but these random girls just throwing themselves at him. So anybody could be throwing anything at. I don't know how y'all do this. This is weird.
Right?
Oh, Leaf,
Yeah.
I've seen what Kumara looks like. Yeah, you got a type. It's the type of guy who looks like maybe he might be a dyke.
I don't. We are not together anymore, but I would appreciate it if you didn't shit on my ex.
I apologize, Kumara. We can't hook up no more.
How about
She
no
don't like
talking
it when
about
I shit
exes
on
at
you
all?
like a little whore.
Shut your mouth, hun.
So Semaj, are you ready to have this argument about about what the heck is her name? Captain Marvel?
Sinead.
Oh God.
Oh, well, we're going a different direction.
Are you
Can we
going to talk about that horrible extended clip that was released onto Twitter?
can we get away from
What?
I'm sorry. That was a Terminator throwback. It was a fucking joke scene.
yeah.
Well, did you want to talk about that Terminator trailer that just came out?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Shaft. Let's talk about something that black people talk about.
Oh yeah. No. He's entirely right. There's a new Shaft coming out, and I want to talk about it.
I'll tell you this much. I actually am looking forward to that. Oddly enough, I never saw the first.
Because
Shaft.
you're white, Jimmy. Black people are thinking about, I don't know, like slavery and rape
Well,
and shit.
Well, boy,
Bad things happen to them, Jimmy, and we should be aware of it.
You
boycott
do have me there.
Yeah. You hear that, Lozar? I'm the shit.
It does star the only black guy I can remember. Of course, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that he's in fucking everything.
Cool.
Oh god, that Aladdin movie. Oh shit.
No.
Have you guys seen anything about it?
We were
I've seen all the trailers, and I've gotten off at least a little bit to each one.
Really?
I refuse to watch anything.
Hey,
having to
it
do
wasn't
with
like
It's
a good
ruining
movie
my
type
childhood.
thing. Just there was a whole lot of naked wriggling. Will Smith.
They did release a couple.
Should be better than Sonic.
Well,
Anything is better than Sonic.
I don't know, man. Look, Sonic's been delayed like a year or so. So there's always a chance
Good.
that'll be good. But there's no getting back from this Aladdin movie. Just compare the musical numbers. They had that Prince Ali song.
They destroyed it. They slowed it down. It makes no sense to slow it down. Like it's so low energy.
Yeah.
No.
It's someone,
Most people living in the desert are low energy.
and it shows.
They live under constant heat. Their lives suck.
I will say this though.
They
I,
are not dancing around like cheerleaders.
I think it's not
All
meant.
of their music sounds like funeral dirges.
It was bad.
Go on, sorry, I got distracted.
I think it's also we keep looking at it in the eyes of people that have grown up with the original Aladdin. I think it's meant for people that didn't see the first Aladdin, like little kids.
Who the fuck didn't see the first one?
I mean, a lot of little kids.
I actually.
What kind of parent
I-
are you to not show your kids the Disney movies you grew up with?
I
already
was
had
You as a parent.
I was 21 years old when I saw the original Aladdin. I had thought I had seen Aladdin. I had seen Aladdin, Prince of Thieves.
I will never let my kids see Beauty and the Beast. Ever.
Oh yeah, because he was a blatant rapist.
Yeah, that's Stockholm Syndrome in a movie. No, I'm not going to introduce that to my kid.
It's the most romantic Disney movie of all time. How could
That's why I don't let my kid watch Do the Right Thing. Honestly, I
Don't
love
let your
that
kids
movie.
watch kids either.
Yeah, obviously.
Wait, what?
But no, do the right thing. I love the movie. Will not let my fucking kids see it.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of a little more adult.
No, I know
movie,
it's
but
a little different.
Like
But,
Beauty and the Beast was supposed to be for kids, but I'd let my kids see heavy metal before I let my kids see Beauty and the Beast.
no, I've already let my kids see heavy metal.
No, La Blue Girl. Come on.
Wow. Okay, so
you're gonna give them weird fetishes? Don't do that. I've seen the Blue Girl. Holy hell!
like no, if there's a little bar that pops up that you have to click to make sure that you're over 18, you probably shouldn't bring your kid anywhere near it.
No, she we do what she calls slumber parties, right? She'll stay up till like 11 and watch a movie, and I'll let her pass out on the couch. She woke up while I was watching heavy metal. She fucking loved that fucking movie.
It's a good movie.
There was no way to get her the fuck back to sleep. She watched that whole fucking thing.
But now that you let her watch it, you have to be able to shield her from Heavy Metal 2000. She cannot see that one. She can see
that'll be easy. I've refused to watch it.
Okay. That movie cannot be watched by anyone. That movie
Well,
is...
she might enjoy.
I have not seen it. I have no interest. It's like the fucking Blues Brothers sequel. No interest in seeing it.
Yeah, 2000 was horrible.
There's a show on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots, and essentially that was.
And you keep
I love
pushing it,
that
Jimmy.
Well, there's a reason for that. So the guys who made that, who were responsible for pushing that, they originally wanted to make a new heavy metal movie, but they wouldn't do it because
different people that worked on that.
So,
Yeah,
Jimmy, why don't we use our collective brains? Hook up me, you, and AP and make the new fucking heavy metal, you dumb motherfucker. Use your goddamn brain.
because Grant Morrison.
Also,
And
we don't need to call it.
You can't just sign
Jimmy,
people.
you're not catching the point.
and judging by the jokes, it would probably
No,
be called
leave.
Shackle Rape and Commit.
There would be rape in there. I wouldn't put it in the title.
Ew.
Heavy Metal, the Wyatt Schnaple. Oh, God. Wyatt Schnaple.
I'm not even white, according to most people. We Jews ain't white. If I am Jewish, I've been ambiguous.
Well,
about it.
I remember that now. Someone on Twitter informed everybody that you're in fact a Jew.
It was well pointed out. I am a Jew, and that is the excuse for my arguments.
Wait,
And I'm
shit.
glad I finally got an excuse at least.
we're at the don't call me racist, I'm not all white portion of the conversation. Wow.
I was actually just
Man,
about to
I
say,
don't
you know
e-
what?
I
There's
don't
too
even
much
know
white
part white.
representation here. I probably should get out.
I'm so Jewish. I might be black.
Well,
Are
I'm
you
not
trying-
even sure if I'm Jewish.
Are you trying to tell me there's a
That would be
yarmulke? Schmeck, are you trying to tell me there's a yarmulke underneath that bandana?
Yeah, that's why I wear the bandana, to cover the yarmulke.
And to keep it nice and secure so it never comes off that head of yours. Oh, that's brilliant.
Also, for some reason, Jesus, God, well, we call him Yahweh, I think. He likes it to be nice and moist and covered with head sweat.
Well, let's figure
Don't
this out.
stay moist.
Let's figure this out right now. Grab a dreidel and just spin it in front of us and see what happens.
I actually broke my last dreidel.
All for the best.
Not even a joke. I had a dreidel. We used to use it for gambling, but
As all good dreidels are for.
Yeah. Wow.
I think that was supposed to be a non-Jewish thing, but I think that was the most Jewish thing I said.
They don't have dice in Canada?
Oh yeah, we have.
Well, we got dice, but dreidels easier to spin.
Well, and drills are for gambling, don't you know?
You gotta make sure you properly shake them up and shit. Fucking dreidel, you just do a fucking little twist, right?
Well, drills are used to train kids so that they know how to gamble properly. That's how they make so much money.
Yeah,
We're just pulling shit out of our ass, aren't we?
Oh no! Honestly, I used to have a little bit of a gambling addiction, and it mainly came from gambling with kids when I was a kid, fucking spinning the dreidel, right? Yeah, I think that's where the start was, right?
Started at Pogs. That's what you're saying? You had
Actually, no. It also might have been Pogs. He has a good point.
I want to say I miss Pog, but I don't think I ever played it properly.
Pogs fucking sucked, and it was dumb that we all were so obsessed with them. Hey, let's flip this little piece of card. Oh, like, fuck you.
At least with Magic the Gathering, there are rules. Pogs, I don't even know.
Even look at shitty little stuff like fucking what were they called? Crazy heads. The little fucking plastic pieces that you guys are both considerably older than me, so maybe you guys didn't even have these.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell those are.
They're little plastic pieces that were formed into characters, and the goal was to like.
No, that was a
Throw them.
slammer. Pogs were made of cardboard paper.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Pogs. I'm talking about Crazy Bones.
Oh, the fuck!
I do think I do. Know those are.
Basically, it was like little handheld bowling, but with like, little plastic characters. It was the shit when I was young for about like a month and a half.
Crazy.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, I know. I've seen those things. I never played with them. They were too stupid.
Oh yeah, you're much older than me. When you were thinking that those were stupid, I was 5.
Yeah.
Things change as they go on. Then it was like what Beanie Babies, and then it was the card game phase. And then there was that Beyblade thing going on. What do you think about those?
Beyblades. I fucking loved Beyblades when I was young.
Probably because there was an anime to go with it.
No, I actually got into it before the anime, but only like shortly before, and I think I don't think I actually got into it before the anime came out. I think just before I was aware of the anime.
Yeah.
I lived in a fucking small ass town.
Yeah.
And there were legitimate leagues like just in my small town. If you wanted to go have a fucking Beyblade fight, you could do it.
Oh God, I remember that was a thing. A lot of people walking around with those.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in a town of maybe I don't know what it's at this point, but at that point, maybe like 2,000 people. Yeah, like a town smaller than most high schools. And there were fucking Beyblade groups.
That's probably was the most popular thing around. I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, I remember I had one. My fucking dad's an engineer. He had checked it and made sure it was all balanced and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he gave me a scientific advantage. I don't know
Oh.
how that advantage worked, but
Did you fucking cheat? Did you get your dad to help you with this?
it's not so much that he helped me with it. It's just he did some math and went. You remember how they came apart?
Mhm.
Like there was the top, the bottom piece, and then the metal piece in the middle.
Mhm.
He hooked me up with the metal piece that I don't know the physics, but it beat the others. It was better than the rest.
Yeah, I'm too old for this one.
Yeah, same here. Like I literally grew up with hogs.
I'll explain it to you. They were spinning tops where you won if the other guy's spinning top stopped spinning before yours.
So dreidel.
Well, I mean,
Yes,
I'll come back to.
but without the gambling.
well, I mean,
Oh shit! It's a Jewish conspiracy in toy form.
I've seen them before.
on?
Hey,
I didn't think.
Sorry.
It's the Jews. Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Alrighty.
so what happened Saturday? Did you ever get your debate with those white supremacists? Because I could not.
no, I have been having sex with a cam girl, and I had her over last Saturday, and tomorrow, I won't say which cam girl it is, but tomorrow I will be on My Free Cams, a cam girl site, getting my
That
dick
one
sucked,
is
then
old.
fucking
There is
a.
such a thing as oversharing. You do understand this, Schmeckle. I am way too fucking sober right now.
I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leaf. In case you didn't understand, I'm
I'm
gonna be live on air.
Very long drink.
Dick
Hold
is
on.
getting sucked. Like there will be a melt around my penis, and then I will be having sex with a girl. That's where you stick the penis inside a vagina. Sometimes the asshole.
I am still.
Please, Schmeckle.
Just a
Hey,
reminder.
Leaf, I gotta go wash my hair or something. Do you need to do laundry?
I need
Just a reminder.
to not be sober right now, so I'm just going to keep drinking and hope this ends soon.
Right.
Just a reminder.
I know it starts like an uncomfortable story, but there's an
It's
interesting
saying
story
an
behind
uncomfortable
it.
story, Schmeckle. It's never going to be comfortable. It's uncomfortable for everybody here.
So, Semaj, about that Captain Marvel.
Very.
the
Wait,
yes.
wait. Yeah, she said it's gonna be uncomfortable. I'm gonna prove her wrong. Me and this girl used to fuck in high school. And the way that thing started was it was the St. Patrick's Day of the year I turned 19. And I had told my buddies How I Met Your Mother was very popular at the time. And Barney had his perfect week and all that. I told my buddies I was going to fuck 24 girls in 24 hours. I did not.
I wonder why.
I fucked
Right.
7 girls in 24 hours.
That's still pretty good.
And this girl happened to be number 7.
And this is why
And,
he's diseased, y'all.
And I actually never caught an STD. It was if there's a god up there.
Fuck.
But before she showed up, I was hanging out with 3 of my buddies and one of their girlfriends, I think, maybe. She's not important to the story. Basically, they said to me, we were sitting out there smoking pot, drinking beers. They said to me, "Hey, you know what? I'll cover your pot for the night. If when she gets here, you call her 7. Don't call her by her name. Call her 7." I was like, "Yeah, fine, whatever." Another one of them says, "And you know what? I'll cover your fucking drinks if you tell her why." So she shows up. I refer to her as 7 for about like 15, 20 minutes. And then I go, "Hey, you want to know why I'm calling you 7? She's like, "Sure, why?"
Oh, you've told this story.
Yeah.
God, you're fucking old.
Because you're the seventh girl I'm fucking tonight. And I was expecting that to be a deal breaker. It was not. And now
Please let this be a 7 of 9 joke. Please let this be a 7 of 9 joke.
I don't even know how to turn this into a 7 of 9 joke. But no, this girl that I blatantly treated like shit, who was somehow good with it, I will be having sex with tomorrow on camera for whoever happens to tune into that channel.
Way too much information. I'm still way too sober for this.
Here we go. Just to entertain our viewers, I used to be a girl.
You shut your goddamn mouth for a second, Leaf. I'll send you the link tomorrow.
I don't want the link. I would literally rather forget this conversation.
It's actually better for me if you don't want the link.
Going to probably drink myself until I throw up.
You know what, Leaf? I'm gonna send AP the link. Hey, you're gonna feel left out if only half the couple has seen it.
I've explained that AP and I are not actually a couple.
Hey, you guys are in love, and eventually you're gonna have babies and name them after me.
Well, it looks like I won't have a reason to feel upset about playing the bongos. So, Schmeckel, quick question. If you go through this and all this, everything else, please promise me that at the moment of climax, you go Ooga fucking Ooga.
Man, I do that like every fucking 15 seconds. Why do you think I keep it?
But I'm never I am never involved in your sex life because I don't care to. But now you're telling me all this. I'm like, well, now there'll be proof on the internet.
Oh my god.
You're still muted there, Schmeckel. You're muted.
No, it's okay. Don't let him know.
No, that was on purpose.
Ooga fucking Ooga cunts.
Smash.
I am being highly dishonest. That was not on purpose.
Just
on purpose for like 15 seconds, but then I apparently missed the unmute button.
Semaj, why did you have to tell him?
Yeah, Jimmy, why'd you have to tell me?
Who said I was a nice guy?
No.
You guys keep saying I'm a nice guy. I'm not a nice guy.
Jimmy, I actually set up a dating profile with your picture. Unfortunately, only in my local area, but you've gotten like a lot of hits.
I doubt that entirely.
Jimmy, I will send you pictures.
I don't know about that. Also,
okay, but the Nigerian bots don't fucking count, dude.
Oh! There's actually a Nigerian chick that I work with. I thought she was Indian for the longest time, but apparently she's actually Nigerian. She's like stick thin and very hot, and apparently has had sex with like 8 out of 10 people in the 2,000 person. My hopes are up.
I'm very glad he's cutting out right now.
Right?
I was saying things that were not polite.
That's fine. Do you ever worry, Schmeckel, do you ever worry that your coworkers are going to find the channel and hear you talk about this stuff?
So Trump,
motherfucker, at the place where I work right now, they literally call me Schmeckel.
So what about Trump?
There's a good chance my coworkers are watching right now.
I thought we had more viewers than regularly.
Oh my god. I've drank a lot already and I'm still too sober.
Oh, maybe you should stop being a little bitch and let your alcohol metabolize better.
Because bitch stops metabolization. Cool.
Motherfucker, if you's a bitch, your metabolism don't work right. That's why there's so many fat bitches.
Like me.
Yeah, like Leaf.
Leaf is not fat. Fuck off.
I'm sorry. When you said like me, Leaf's picture popped up.
I'm gonna hurt you. Fuck off. I'm a fat one.
Cesar, well, we invited you to be background chick. That implies some fucking background, like fucking imagery. You're supposed to be sitting here like I don't know, fucking like dancing or something. Like, hey, it's the fucking white chick in the back.
Oh my god.
I am not only white, I'm possibly Jewish. There's no dance in me.
Like I said, there's too much white here. I need to like
Motherfucker, yeah, Losar is black. Losar, turn your camera on.
Isn't there a song where a guy says he can't dance because he's too Jewish? Isn't that a thing? I remember that being a thing. Forever.
There are probably a lot of songs like that. White people can't dance. Like Jews are better at dancing than most white people, but well, we still white. If I'm Jewish, because I'm, I'm ambiguous about that.
I don't think that's an excuse anymore.
You know what? Turn your goddamn camera on. I want you to dance for me.
How would that prove?
Excuse that I'm white. Yeah, fucking show us the black man can dance.
I'm not saying you can or can't dance. That doesn't.
No, I can't.
I'm saying just making the excuse that you're white doesn't count anymore.
No, I'm making the excuse that I'm Jewish. These white people can deal with themselves.
By the way, nobody wants to see a Jew on a webcam on a camgirl site, just saying.
A motherfucker, I ain't a traditional Jew. It ain't cut. But no, seriously, I will be on a camgirl channel tomorrow. I was not planning to show up on one of those. But I've been fucking a girl who
the last time I was on
a living.
The last time I was on a camgirl site was 20 years ago, and I still wasn't getting naked, and I was getting more attention than most of these girls do now.
I'll tell you what. After we do the show on her channel,
Semaj,
I'll get her to pop on here. That way we don't ruin her channel before I show up.
Ew.
I just curious.
So,
Leaf, I'm gonna specifically send you the link because I know you're too curious to not
more and more.
So
as
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, the worst thing is though, Leaf. I know you're too
Captain
curious
Marvel.
To not
what
click
about?
it. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there. You're gonna be like, okay, he's not naked enough, and then my dick's gonna come out. And you're gonna be like,
penis ever. I'm good. I'm going to take more drinks of alcohol, and I'm going to hope this conversation ends and moves on to fuck. Even Captain Marvel is
let's talk about Captain Marvel then when she comes back.
Yeah, here we go. I saw John Wick today, and hey, it actually had a really good soundtrack compared to Captain Marvel's movie. Just saying.
John Wick. Do they have Nick Cage?
That's
Oh gosh.
that's Keanu Reeves.
Oh gosh.
And Nicolas Cage's older Keanu Reeves.
Oh gosh.
What?
They've done enough movies that it actually makes sense.
Would it be a mistake to cook a burger right now? Because I really want a burger, except I don't have any hamburger buns.
In about 9 minutes, I'm going to start cooking a steak, so I think you're probably fine.
I'm going to go make myself a burger.
I need to wash my hair so then I can get laid.
Oh, wait, I just thought of a great idea. You need to wash your hair to get laid. Jimmy needs to get laid.
No, I have fun hanging out behind me. That's probably the laugh that you heard.
I thought that was Leaf. Leaf, are you behind her?
No, I wish though. She's pretty.
Leaf might fit in your behind. You could.
Ew. And how rude.
Oh God! Someone write.
I wasn't calling you loose. I was just calling her tiny.
Someone write the plane. We're gonna crash. Someone write the plane.
Yes, please, somebody. Not it. Can't do it.
No, you guys know goddamn well I'm not gonna do it.
Shit.
I start the shit. I don't gotta fucking guide it after that. Jimmy, I think you're technically the senior officer.
I am. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you's in charge, bro.
Apparently, I am. All right. What were we doing? Sorry, I got distracted. I was doing laundry. So,
Damn it! I need to do laundry too.
all the excuses.
Your mom's titties. If you can't describe them all, I'll do it. I'll fill in for you.
You leave my
Both
mom
costs
alone.
the same
You
knowledge.
leave my mom alone. But fuck you. Stay away.
No, fuck you. That's why I hang out with your mom.
No.
Oh God.
No. You stay away.
All right, bro. Just make sure to say hello to your little bro.
No. I kill you. No.
Make sure that he shows up. So you know when he gets the little fucking tennis ball, I can show him how to throw.
Dialogue. What is it you want to say? You want to say Captain Marvel? You gotta get off on this because Schmeckel just keeps going.
Yeah, he's having his fun. I was just I freaking forgot. It's been so long.
So okay, earlier today I mentioned something about Rotten Tomatoes. You guys heard about what's going on with that right now?
No, I have no idea.
No.
So out of all the shit's been going on there, they've been saying that all the negative reviews for Captain Marvel were just trolls. So they came up with a system to make it so that trolls, like people who haven't actually seen the movie, can't review. So if you,
they got a system that defends against trolls. While you walk up to vote, they count your jelly rolls.
Okay, there you go. So what they did, it's an American system. You guys heard of Fandango?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have that here in Canada, but you guys do it down there in States. So if you buy a ticket from Fandango, you get a code or something on your receipt, and or an account or whatever, and that'll verify you. So if you leave a review, you're verified. They will say you're not a troll.
What? Hold up.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so like if I write a review and say it's bad, my review won't count. But if you buy a ticket off Fandango, your review will count.
Oh yeah, the thing is when you go through.
But what if you buy it
Fandango-
off someone else or somewhere else?
It won't count apparently. So like if you go anywhere else, you don't get it.
If you go through someone else or somewhere else, they know that you've illegally hired outside help, and then they make sure that you're left with nothing like a fucking squeaking Disney mouse.
So hold on. When you go to the website, the first thing that pops up is literally a pop-up message from Rotten Tomatoes saying, "Fresh news. We've enhanced our audience score. We're always working to improve. We now have verified ratings and reviews to make our score more useful. When you see verified, it means that we've confirmed a user bought a ticket to the movie. Learn more."
Yeah, that's actually easily translated. When they see that there's money coming in, they know that there's no sin. Because they need to do the thing that will let them just begin again. But then, if you criticize them, then they'll go in with this awful thing and say that you're some virgin who is coming in and offering nothing. They'll say you're garbage, you're retarded. Meanwhile, they'll pull shit that they have never pulled. Meanwhile, they started the fucking fight.
Wait, so I think this is just talking about audience score.
Yeah.
So in order
just audience score at launch,
that's just math.
Users can verify ticket purchases through Fandango, AMC Theaters, Regal Cinemas, and Cinemark. have signed up to participate in our verification program. We plan to introduce other providers as well, ticket providers. Yeah, so even though I just got done seeing John Wick, and bought my ticket online,
You've
mine
seen
won't
John
be a
Wick,
verified
you ain't
review.
seen
That's
John's dick, so you ain't pleased yet.
I mean, I kind of understand it. I mean,
It's kind of like why people don't like Mortal Kombat.
wait, what? Wait,
yeah, where'd that
wait, white people don't like Mortal Kombat? Who doesn't?
No,
like
no, no,
exactly?
not just white people.
Who are you speaking for? Because I'm white and I like Mortal
I
Kombat.
don't
So
speak for the white people. I'm possibly Jewish. I was not trying to make any white people comment.
I'm just. This is new to me. I'm.
I said white people, not white people.
uh-huh.
How drunk? You're getting pretty drunk there, aren't you, Schmeckle?
I said white people. This is why people don't like. Not anything about the whites.
Who doesn't like? No, I'm sure, but who doesn't like Mortal Kombat? Like, I didn't know people actually didn't like it.
Well, if you're talking about
There's a big backlash about the fucking.
Oh, you mean like the guy that wanted to go back in time to stop slavery? Because
well, there's that.
No, that was a dumb fucking argument. Oh yeah, there were some pretty good "hey, that wouldn't work" arguments, but the people getting pissed about it was dumb. No, I'm talking more the arguments about hey, why ain't there no titties no more?
Well, yeah, the women aren't allowed to wear sexy outfits anymore. Blood and gore and decapitation and swearing, those are all fine. But
Yeah, like, see, I've seen Leaf like physically maybe like 3 times.
But
one time she was on camera on the show. Then there were like 2 pictures. Leaf ain't.
I mean,
You know, my type. She's very
If you
young.
say she's ugly, I'm gonna hurt you.
maybe I'm.
No, she is so not.
She's not ugly. She's an attractive girl. She's just
Maybe I'm the weird one.
younger than I like.
I don't think I ever played Mortal Kombat to see the boobs. Like,
You
No,
know, me either.
enough rule for
not
people for.
I. But it's one of the big arguments that's
Actually,
coming out
I think
about it, right?
Like, I kind of figured you go to Rule 34 or something if you want to see that.
right.
I want to play a game where you're punching people.
Speaking of,
Hey, if I want to see nudes, I just type in Jimmy.
Or just go to
Hey, it doesn't work for a little while. Then eventually I figure out just to add underscore Semaj Z
Yeah.
underscore.
I got
Jimmy always provides.
Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. So
before we move on to Mortal Kombat, I did want to finish up the thing about Fandango. The reason why this is a thing that we need to understand, it'll prove that we're not just trolls, because people kept saying, "Well, those are just trolls; they're not verified." Well, now all these people who are only allowed to, or at least the verified reviews, are the people who have all these receipts. Now you can't say they're trolls. Now they get to say, "Oh yeah, we have the tickets. We're proven," and that means if they all dislike the movie, then you can't say they're trolls.
Sure,
Well, it's a whole.
true, but even then, they just admit on their website that only specifically right now, only Fandango, and those 3 theater companies. The theater that I just went to was called a Movie Tavern, and they don't have. They aren't under AMC or Regal or Cinemax or whatever the fuck it's called.
Also, this is a Marvel movie. Who cares about reviews?
Yeah.
I would understand if this was like some underground or some smaller company or something like that trying to make a movie, then yeah, you'd have to check the reviews for it. But this is a Marvel movie. People are watching it, even if the movie is garbage, people are watching it to see the story continue. I just don't understand why everyone seems to be so bothered by this movie. It's
there's a big difference between making a successful movie, making a moderately successful movie, and making something that will be successfully followed up by a sequel. I feel like most of the people arguing about Miss Marvel are being fucking dumb about it. I feel like there are actual legitimate monetary complaints to be made about it.
And I'm just curious of what, because she's part of a group. If I would, if it was Miss Marvel carrying herself, I would completely understand that. If it was just a Miss Marvel movie that popped up that didn't have any universe surrounding it, that is 110%.
Yeah, you're talking why there might be a reason to dislike it. I'm talking the fact that if you're pumping out content like this, you gotta pump out shit that people like, not shit that's gonna be outrageous to half your audience.
No, you don't. If anything, the controversy actually pushes the storyline. You're gonna have
The controversy certainly does attract people to it,
like
but you don't want to take a fucking hard stance on something, right or left. If you're trying to do entertainment, entertain, don't preach.
on these movies.
Yeah, with fucking comic book movies, it should be easy as shit.
But comic book movies have always had a bit of a preachy nature to them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The whole do good, not bad. Have responsibility, don't not have responsibility. I
Let's
feel
hear
like
Miss
there are,
Marvel in the latest movie.
yeah,
I mean,
with Miss Marvel, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't so terrible a movie. Insofar as, hey, this movie fucking sucked. It was a bad movie in terms of, hey, I actually like this fucking character, and you made her nothing.
well, and again, I think they made her to be a part of a group, but not be somebody else that's already in the group.
Yeah, see,
Oh no,
and
I
that's
get
what I
that.
took
That's
away
the whole
from it
outsider
is
thing.
she
I
wasn't her own thing, and I think it just really felt like the movie was forced out there as quick as possible. And I didn't know, I know I'm a horrible person, whatever. I didn't know anything about Miss Marvel before I saw the movie. But after seeing it, I was just like, it
before you
was
saw the movie,
forced.
Jimmy was actually Miss Marvel.
I mean, they're
He
all,
played that for like 16 years. He used to pose naked. It was great. Now he refuses to.
well, they're
Uh,
all forced.
he
They're
might be fired soon.
definitely, every one of them are forced. They're all, nobody really expected Marvel to become what it is now. It was all kind of a guess because Marvel has tried this multiple times and has failed miserably to try to create movie universes. This is the first one that actually caught on and stayed. So I don't think they were expecting something to become this large. So they are kind of slapping together.
Hey,
You have to
let's
remember
make
that.
a fucking movie universe. Oh wait, we forgot. Well, why don't we try doing our most popular thing?
Well, you have to remember the reason this all started out there is because at the time Marvel Comics was almost going to go bankrupt, so they sold the rights to their properties to different studios, and those studios made the movies.
That resulted in the worst fucking run of Ghost Rider ever.
Yeah. Well, because I think it was Columbian Pictures. They had Columbian, Sony, whatever.
No, I'm not even talking about the fucking movie. I'm talking about the comics. That period fucking sucked for Ghost Rider.
Yeah, not all the comics survived, and there's a reason why they were having.
I have no idea which writer, which artist that was, but hey, writer and artist that did Ghost Rider during that time, fuck you. You can come here and suck my dick. And you know what? After you suck my dick, I'm not gonna thank you. I'm gonna call the police and say that you suck my dick by force because I don't want you to suck my dick because you guys fucking suck, but not like sucking way. Pieces of shit.
I
Police will fight ya. Lee's trying to interrupt because she's so angry at you.
No, actually,
She gonna kick your ass.
I drank too much, and now I'm just.
She's already looking at your fucking address. She's on her way.
So I'm going to go to sleep because I should not have drank that much.
She's gonna
But I
rape you.
hope the rest of the stream goes wonderful, and I hope everybody has a good, I guess, night or morning, depending where you are. And I'm going to go.
She's being very specific, which I think means she's already got people to handle us.
Night, Leaf.
Night.
I hope your vomiting is gentle.
Have a good one.
Have a good enough to do.
I guess like
Have a good weekend, hun.
You
her
too.
hair.
It is 1:00. Shoot, I didn't expect.
Yeah, she's just wrath with hair. You know, it's all good.
No, but what I was saying was like, I think what they're doing is a lot of people aren't gonna like where this universe goes because they're trying to create a universe that is separate from the comics and that builds upon itself just in case. So this is
That's really fucking dumb when you already got something to build upon that people would rather you build upon.
Schmecko, this isn't for you. I know it sounds mean to say, but it's not for you. It's for people.
So picture me as a black Muslim lesbian.
It's for people who have never walked into a comic book store, have never read a comic, but know who the characters are, but they don't really know who the characters are. You kind of take.
I've never walked into a fucking comic book store. I have people I pay for that.
Back in the 90s, there's the cartoon show on Fox, the X-Men cartoon. It was wildly successful. Everyone loved it. And as a result of that really good, successful show, the X-Men comics became one of the best-selling comic books of all time because of that cartoon show, because people grew up with it.
Oh,
And
Jimmy.
Hold on. Yeah.
I just found out today. You might have known a year ago. Did you know Chris Claremont is writing the fucking X-Men again?
Can you let him? I want to hear the end of this because I have a response to it, and he know as soon as I give the response, he's going to know why that argument's a bad argument. Go ahead.
You mean about the X-Men cartoon show?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you can make the response if you like, but what I'm saying is that a lot of the merchandise and all that and the toy sales all circled around the cartoon stuff. There's a good reason to believe that the sales did well, and the comics also did well. But part of the reason I would also say the comics also did well as a result of that is because when you watch that cartoon show and you go to a local comic shop, the characters in the comic books look just like they do in the cartoon.
Yep.
They're different artists and everything. Part of the reason comics don't sell well now is because you go see these movies, fantastic, super mega successful movies. You go see Captain America.
You got fucking Wolverine, and he looks like a 40-year-old fucking drunk that stumbled out of the fucking woods.
Okay, wait. Now, how good that argument is. At the same time, they did the same thing with another group. Everything that you're saying about X-Men, they did with the Fantastic Four. How do you think? How well?
It was a bad argument with both.
Well, no, the Fantastic Four wasn't a successful show. It only had one. Hold on a second. It only had one season. The ratings were not good. It was canceled. X-Men was super successful, 3 seasons.
Because X-Men is an exception. It's not the rule.
It's not the rule, but the downfall of it was pretty clear.
They followed the Fantastic Four to the letter. And they crapped it because it's just certain things do not transfer and other things do. The X-Men were lucky enough to transfer.
Well, you also have to remember.
Weren't.
Well, hold on a second. You also have to remember that these are 2 different franchises and 2 different sets of characters and 2 different sets of problems. The X-Men's a universal problem.
Never mind the characters and problems. 2 different people, sets of people running it.
Look, the Fantastic Four was the first superhero family. As good as that was, okay, great. But when it came to the X-Men, it was groups.
They were the first family DC had them beat with Shazam.
Yeah, we're talking cartoons here, man. Cartoons, keep up. I know you're drunk. But no,
I'm just being accurate.
With the X-Men, they're not a family. They're people who live on there. They have similar problems. That being like stuff about racism and stuff like that. It doesn't even have to be about that. It could be discrimination. People can relate on that in some form or another. It's very relatable. The Fantastic Four were not. They're different franchises with different problems. And I think X-Men appeals to a more universal one.
Definitely. X-Men appealed to basically to the idea of being different,
Or
which is something like every teen can relate to.
Well, and not just that. It's also an analogy for like growing up, because a lot of these people who get powers happen around puberty area.
It activated at puberty, but that was the whole thing. Like around puberty, you got not only this like, regular weird shit coming up, and maybe you got feathers or a beak or fucking fire powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we
like, that was the whole thing there. It was these people are different. They can't control it. The whole like MLK Malcolm X type argument. And then again, basically these guys are the same, but they got powers, and then it slowly turned more and more into, hey, Scott Summers is a fucking cunt.
But again, we do this over and over again. We look back at our old cartoons and we forget that what we do is we'll look at three. We'll look at three different cartoons and we go, oh man, remember Batman? Remember how close Batman stayed to X, Y, or Z? That's what people should do. Or remember Spider-Man, or remember X-Men. And then we stop at those three. Because once you get to the rest of the cartoons that all tried to follow that same formula that people keep claiming will win every single time, each one of these cartoons crapped out.
Yeah, and see, I'll be completely honest with you. You can fill all those gaps with Pinky and the Brain, which, from what I remember, probably had no black people.
They were
I think it was basically just the mice and no anybody else, right?
I think what keeps happening is we keep getting into this idea that most comics are transferable, and they're not. We have a certain group of comics that are transferable.
I think a lot of them are, if you can translate.
Well, some things can't be really translated, and some things work better than others. I think
Jimmy, yo mama ho.
That doesn't transfer, man. So when you think of something like the X-Men,
that translates to say hello. I'm your new.
It translates to you're drunk and you don't remember where you are.
Jimmy.
Did the skunk spray you?
Remember how many times I've seen your mom naked?
Not once. So
not once. That is correct.
Now I forget what I was going to say. Something about X-Men. Color Cat. Oh yeah, something about I forgot. God damn it, Schmeckle, shut up.
I will shut up as long as you wink slyly at your mother for me.
Even if I did, you couldn't see it.
I couldn't see it, but she will when she's hilarious.
I just want to say in the chat, no, that He-Man movie was fantastic. You shut the hell up.
Okay, think about it like this, Semaj. How well do you think Thanos destroying or killing half the people in the world would sell if it was because he wanted to get with death?
I don't know, honestly. I never really think too much about it. I do think the original concept in the comics probably would have been silly, and I don't think it would have transferred all that well.
Okay, so I think that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make is each one of these characters. I know we all look up and go, as a kid, I used to read it, and this is how the character I know and love was, and why can't they do it like this? But that's because while that works with you and other comic book readers, that probably doesn't work with the 14-year-old girl that's just going there to see Captain America in a tight suit.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope you're not speaking specifically to me, because I could.
Ain't nobody going for Captain America, honey. We're all going for Aquaman.
Really? Well, I guess he is awfully shirtless a lot of times, so I'm not surprised.
He's better looking.
Really? I thought you'd be going after Thor.
Fat Thor.
No, he got fat. I'm
Oh,
good.
he's fat now. He's fat now. Although
I've got some idea of what she likes. She's into the bigger dudes. She don't want a guy that she can push around who can push her back.
No,
She
I
wants
don't want
some guy she
you.
can push around.
it sounds like she just wants a big guy to push her around.
Motherfucker, as of
got
a week
one.
and a half ago, I am the third weakest of our family. Not the first, no more. I can beat up Jimmy and Brockus.
There you go.
But probably not Brockus, and also Jimmy looks kind of big.
Yeah, that beer drinking weight though.
I stopped drinking beer for a little bit, and I dropped down to 138, and that's like a ridiculously low weight for anybody who's not a child. So I started drinking beer again.
There you go. All right.
I feel like 138 is okay. You need some more fucking calories in you.
Probably. Just cut out the sugar. Of course, in your case, you just cut out the wife.
I mean, if you just give me your mom's address,
No,
cut out sugar and get my cardio in, right?
you don't want to make the cam girl jealous. Then you leave my mom out of this.
Motherfucker, the cam girl is prepared for this.
I'm sure she is. Although
For
I don't
that
think my
beer belly though.
Hey, if anything, I am the more reticent about this situation.
I don't think my mom would consent to that kind of a threesome. All right, I don't.
Motherfucker, I will send you pictures of my dick and your mom will consent.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, it's ribbed for her pleasure. It looks exactly like a fucking set of beef ribs. It smells the same way too. I'm not sure why.
So
I think maybe at some point,
that sounds like a
toxic
scenario.
chicken might be like 1/4.
Like,
yes, it does.
If it's got bumps on it for her pleasure and it smells like a piece of meat, you might.
Yeah, I got cancer. I'm dying.
Dude, you see the picture? If I could smell it just by looking at the picture, I'd be like, "Oh, I can just smell the herpes."
The picture actually reads. I labeled it for you. It says this part will make you die. So don't smell
Hey,
that.
girl, look at the tiny bumps on my penis and smell how they like.
The end of my dick. It looks like I don't know. You ever play fucking Pac-Man?
Oh shit!
I got a bunch of strawberries and grapes on my cock. Is what I'm saying.
Look, my dick looks like corn. Like you can't. It's a horrible pickup line, Schmeckle.
Fuck.
My dick looks like corn. You know what? Nothing clever. You've lived here long enough. I know you ate corn. Just suck
Ow. Ow.
Like, oh, look at how hard and lumpy these parts are. Like, you can't. None of that. Okay, I will say this.
My
I'm dead.
3-year-old is smarter than anything you've said today. Suck my dick.
If at the end of the day, she still sleeps with you,
No, I'm sorry. I'm yelling at an actual lady.
that's game. That's game right there. If you're able to be like, hey, my penis is lumpy. And
Yeah,
smelly.
she's
And
gone
she's still
inside
like,
and
yeah.
not happy with me.
Let's have fun with this.
Apparently, that was not a good route. Yeah, she's gone.
Who? What? What happened? You fucking actually piss off an actual woman.
All those things I was saying, I was yelling at somebody with a real vagina.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you shouldn't be drinking and streaming.
Moistlumpycorn.com.
Motherfucker, now you see why I registered it in your name.
Wow.
Basic accuracy.
I mean, maybe that's a Canada thing. Like, maybe that's how,
Right.
how the females are.
No, that's
Right?
exactly how we
Apparently.
express love. Hey, Jimmy, I'm gonna rape your mom later. They're like, see, that's just how we become friends.
Hey, yo, Schmeckle, we got a.
By the way, whoa, 1 second. I would like to clarify. I'm not actually gonna rape nobody's mom. That was like the worst thing I ever said out loud live.
So, Schmeckle, we got a question in the chat. Why are you wearing an LGBT shirt if you've gone by, or have you gone by? Sorry.
Oh, I mean, I have frequently had my dick sucked by Jimmy. It's not a romantic thing. It's not even a friend thing. Like, just like kind of, he likes the taste of cock. I like to have my dick sucked. It's just kind of like one of those things that lines up nicely. Again. Yeah, Jimmy.
Just to point out here,
I'm sorry, I can't get over the corn thing.
Michael is explaining how Jimmy eats sweet corn.
No,
Oh my
very,
gosh.
very gently, surprisingly. He's like, I don't want to touch the dick, but.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a pervert.
He's probably saying, I don't want to touch it because your dick looks like most back roads. Or
That reminds me, I like to remind everyone this stream has been brought to you by Tenga Eggs. Tenga Eggs, go fuck yourself.
Man, my dick looks like my fucking forefathers used to be your president. Then they got shot in the head and you gave up with that shit.
my dick looks like George Washington's teeth.
Oh my
My
gosh.
dick looks like George Washington's niece.
Oh my god.
Um,
Chat, if you have a suggestion.
I'm sorry, but she was like 4'2".
oh my gosh.
That's what he heard. He heard teeth. I said teeth.
I know
shit.
you said teeth. I said niece. Because compared to your dick, my dick is a beast.
Sure it is.
Okay, he rhymed.
Well, when your dick comes around,
You know what?
he's able to sneak.
You're right. You know
When
what?
my dick comes around, he makes your grandma's knees weak.
You're how you describe your dick, it is definitely beastly.
Huh?
You win
I
on this.
think it might have as much freckles as the average Weasley.
Oh god. Well, better freckles and warts, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm still dying over corn.
That's because you haven't figured out that there's free porn.
Why? Never mind.
It's the effect of the VD.
Yeah.
It suddenly makes him ramble.
The VD makes me value TV, so I can make sure that you can see that I have fucked every girl you could ever be.
So no, girls, you fuck zero. Because I can't be any girls. I literally don't have the history.
You're not doing liberalism right.
No, I'm not.
Because I think that some might put up a fight if I were to say, man, you ain't got a dick right, and he were to say, that means my pussy ain't the shit, right?
Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. I think we better be calling it quits here.
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
This was fun.
Yes.
This was fun.
Especially at the end here.
Yeah, only the end got rude. If you listen throughout the rest, we were basically respectful.
And the
We're boring.
The definition of fun is in the New English Dictionary. It's probably the 5th or 6th definition of fun, probably along the lines of what the fuck is going on. So
if you want to make sure that you came in here and actually had some fun, you can check the definition, and it turns out that it's actually about my cum. But if you drink it, then it turns out that you'll be the son of, I don't know, like Goku or Jesus. I don't do that nerdy shit.
you have mouth warts.
Smosh, save us.
No punchline. We're done. Jimmy, say the show's done.
Thanks for tuning in there, folks. Remember to head on over to Jagged Political and buy yourself a t-shirt. He's got